Hello, Tig. It's me. The hell are you doing in here?
The salt. It's everywhere. Oh, hey Awesome Bro, what's up?
Some other guy made a video on your latest,
Commentary,
I do believe.
Oh, so, Jonah Smith, 7 subscribers, 4 commentaries, okay. Who's the guy exactly?
Well, he made a video on your score for a GT video or whatever, and so I decided to get you out for obvious reasons.
You want to do a co-op, don't you?
Well, holy, some actual respect from the community!
Wait, really? Where?
That ought to keep him down. Hopefully these drugs don't do anything, strange.
Jonah, I got some commentary material for you.
Wait, what? What?
Some weeaboo defending a bad anime.
Wait, did I just get called a weeb?
Guys, I think the drugs kicked in a little too late.
I told you I am not going to watch Sword Art Online. Get that through your sick wires.
Ooh, that sounds kinda kinky.
Anyway, what anime is this guy complaining on? Bleach? Corey in the house?
Number 10, Goku's a kid again. After all that Goku went through growing up, after all the training and opponents he fought, why the fuck would you turn Goku into a kid? I know the only true reason why they did this was because they wanted to copy the Dragon Ball series. This is the stupidest thing to do at the beginning of the series. When I saw this as a kid, I was pissed. I thought the show was gonna be better than Dragon Ball Z because they were a sequel, but it was so wrong. This was done to make Goku weak so that the next opponent he takes on a bigger Goku. But if you can't come up with a better threat than Majin Buu, then why the fuck would you get a sequel to Dragon Ball Z? I hate this. Goku became a true badass as an adult, and now we gotta see him act like a 4-year-old all over again.
Okay, first off, when Goku was turned back into a child, he retained all of his earlier memories and abilities, which makes him smarter than he was at the beginning of Dragon Ball. Second off, he's actually around the same strength as he was before. The only difference is his inability to control Super Saiyan 3. And then again, it uses so much energy when he's alive, so it's barely usable anymore.
At first, he's smarter than he was in Dragon Ball. That's really not saying much. Even though Goku is nowhere near as stupid as he was in the original Dragon Ball, he's still pretty dumb outside of fighting. As for the point against Super Saiyan 3, how did that debunk Scorpion's point? That just made it worse, honestly. You just admitted Goku couldn't control Super Saiyan 3 well, and that was a hamper on his abilities.
The point I'm trying to make is that the form has always been useless, so there really isn't much of a loss. The form can operate, though, but just barely. He can only use it, really, when he's dead.
But even then, you have to admit, these different models in GT actually help GT's animation. The last house who struggled to make animation in Z, and they were making most of the animation in Z, in fact, actually did a better job in GT there. And the reason? Well, it's because of simpler models. I know it may be different, but if it at least helps the animators get used to stuff, then I'm okay with it.
The problem isn't that the designs are complex, it's when they get the designs completely wrong that it becomes a big problem. There's another video that covered why GT sucks, and I think to find a certain bit of footage you should look at. Take a look. Look at this! Look at this! Frieza's lips are not pink! That isn't Frieza! With the exception of Cell, most of the pictures usually were animation errors. GT just butchers the designs of characters.
Let's get real. The animators for those episodes were the biggest exception for GT's butchering of designs. I have a question. If GT's art style is so bad, then why the fruit is that the only episode that ever gets pointed out?
No, look at this one!
Number 5, non-canon. The show is known for sucking mainly because it's a non-canon series. Akira Toriyama did not work on GT series. He would give Toei Animation permission to use his characters, but at the same time, I'm sure for a fact that he would read. Think about how bored we were when we saw filler scenes in the Dragon Ball Z series. Remember the junior episodes? Those fucking horrible and they weren't part of Akira Toriyama's content. So when you make an entire series, and it's all one giant filler, what do you expect is gonna happen? I don't know. Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, Cooler, Future Reborn. You know, the ones Toriyama had no involvement in but fans still consider canon.
Call me a nitpicker, but what he was talking about was a whole entire saga. You're comparing arcs of a saga to movies.
Okay, I'll retract that one. How about the Goku Black arc? The History of Trunks and Bardock specials seem to be the canon version of the events, even though there's a manga for both versions. Goku training at Kami Palace, anyone? Somehow, people seem to enjoy the filler before the Saiyan battle, so...
I caught the fact that Dragon Ball GT was an exact rip-off of Dragon Ball. Okay, honestly, I think any major plot points were ripped from Dragon Ball. I don't even think any minor ones were taken either. They were more of homages and rip-offs.
Problem is, the first arc of GT was all about finding the 7 Dragon Balls. Again, definition of homage is special honor or respect shown publicly. Had it been a homage, this whole entire saga would have been at least one episode.
You know, I think you took the definition a little too literally. I mean, why would briefly searching for the Dragon Balls be a homage? Matter of fact, it happens so much that it's just a regular occurrence and it'd be nothing noteworthy. Heck, just look at Flipping Movie 3! What I mean by homage is the fact that instead of having a bunch of battles and showdowns like Dragon Ball Z pretty much was, it was a callback to the original first arc of Dragon Ball, in which they went from village to village, just collecting the Dragon Balls and solving the village's problems. Comparing the hunt for the Dragon Balls arc and the first arc of Dragon Ball GT, it is pretty brief in comparison.
Oh, he tried it.
But, you know, let's see how he does this one. In Dragon Ball, Goku takes on Demon King Piccolo's children. Don't the dragons from GT look exactly like those ones? Okay, how about now?
Lunatic, buddy. I'm gonna put it blunt. You screwed up! You missed the chance to make a few decent points in this video and you let it fly by your head like a golf ball. You know, it's like how Demon King Piccolo's children were demons and not dragons. The fact that not all of them look like dragons, but some of them look anthropomorphic.
You kinda realize I was literally answering his question. He says, don't they look like dragons? I answer with no. Do you want me to give you a no-brainer answer, or do you want me to give an answer so long that it will trigger Snake and his feminist pack? Because I am not up for either of those.
Then Goku kills Super Android 17 by piercing through his body. Just like how Goku pierced through King Piccolo's body in Dragon Ball. Or like how he killed Hirudegan back in movie 13 with the Dragon Fist, which he happens to be using right now.
And you missed a good point again, that being Goku didn't kill Super 17 with Dragon Fist. He killed him with Kamehameha after using Dragon Fist.
Nerd!
Is that just your excuse of having dragon-looking enemies just like in Dragon Ball? I like how you pretend this is a terrible plot point. It's simple, but it's a fitting conclusion to the franchise, since hunting for the Dragon Balls was what Dragon Ball was about back in the beginning, and they combine it with the action they had in Z. And of course the final villains would be dragons. The Dragon Balls are the Dragon Balls! They spawn a dragon! Of course the villains would be dragons.
They didn't have to be dragons though. They could have, say, revived everybody evil who they were fighting against. After all, they were the ones that caused them to use the Dragon Balls in the first place.
Your suggestion makes sense, but having the villains come back and return is such a cliche in Dragon Ball because it happens more than once. If the series is trying to go back to its roots, then it makes sense to combine the original feeling with what the show is most known for.
One thing that adds the cherry on top of that turd-covered sundae is that Pan is the only character who did not die. Wow, this is the biggest problem? That she never died? What, would have died made her a better character? Then again, nobody really died in GT. Piccolo, sure, but everybody else, no.
And you just helped them out. Again, the fact that nobody died in GT is another flaw. And sometimes dying can make characters better. I mean, take Majin Vegeta's death in Dragon Ball Z, where he sacrificed himself. It emphasized that he actually did care about the Earth and was willing to sacrifice himself.
Wait, excuse me? We're saying that Pan probably wouldn't change if she died and came back. And besides that, Vegeta hadn't died yet. He was about to blow himself up, but he wasn't dead yet. Even after he came back, he was still the same as before he went Majin. I was only adding that since it seemed like he was singling her out and since he hated her and wanted mostly her dead. Besides that, it really isn't Toei's fault that Toriyama killed off 90% of the cast at least twice so they can't be revived.
Ah, look at the top of his head!
So I'm not actually gonna leave my final thoughts because I think they speak for themselves. The video isn't bad by all means, no. However, I'm only pointing fingers at Jonah because he happens to miss a lot of points and ended up going on a trip with him. Speaking of trips, are the drugs still on? Because, why is everything going so dark? Wait, am I dead again? I hate when this wait. Oh. Oh, shit.